how can anybody have read that Nunes memo today and not fear for my life and the lives of Alex Jones and other people in independent media? I mean, this is really, there's no other way to put it. The FBI memo, the Nunes memo, has proven that the FBI, they will frame people for crimes. They will lie to judges. They will commit perjury in search warrant applications. People at the highest level of the FBI will testify under oath. I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, as James Comey swore, and then they will lie to Congress, and nothing will ever happen to these people. So when I read the memo, I felt really, that's why it's taken me a while to kind of regain my composure, knowing that is the FBI going to frame Alex Jones maybe? Maybe they'll execute him at this point. What won't they do? That is the only question now that I have about our justice system is what won't they do? We know they'll frame people. We know that they'll commit perjury. We know that they'll lie in warrant applications. We know that they framed General Flynn. What won't they do? What happened to Seth Rich? Oh, that's a conspiracy theory. Sorry about that. I don't want to, I don't want to spread conspiracy theories. So I'm not saying anything about Seth Rich or that he has anything to do with this at all. But we do know that the FBI is now run by criminals. And we do know that criminals would do anything to cover up a crime. So it's time to start asking, why is it that the person who filed that DNC lawsuit Jared Beck has worked on, why is it that the person who served that DNC lawsuit mysteriously disappeared? Right? I mean, as of right now, no question is off limits, all right? As of right now, there's no question that we cannot ask. They can call us, oh, you're a conspiracy theory. Sorry, we're not the ones who are committing perjury as James Comey did. We are not the ones lying in search warrant applications, right? We can ask whatever questions we want. So what is going on? I mean, the memo speaks for itself, and the memo, by the way, is all true. The memo, I mean, look at what they did here. Let's just pull up the tweets and pull up the memo and look into it, because this would have been called a conspiracy theory. This memo, You notice how the narrative is shifting? You notice how the narrative shifted from, we can't release the memo because it contains too much classified info. And now Comey's going, oh, what's the memo? The memo was nothing. Well, James Comey knew what was in the memo. So wait a minute. You were telling people, Comey, you perjurer, you felon. What happened to Dinesh D'Souza, by the way? How is it that Dinesh D'Souza, but nobody else, was prosecuted, right, for $20,000 in campaign contributions? What happened? We need to see the memo. We need an investigation into the investigation of Dinesh D'Souza. I'm not defending what he did. I'm just saying that what he did was no different than what everybody does. That doesn't defend the act, but let's talk about what was happening. Everybody was doing it. So why'd they go after Dinesh D'Souza? Right? Why'd they go after Dinesh? People want to know. Why is nobody investigating the Seth Rich homicide? Why did the DNC never offer a reward? Why are the feds not investigating the Seth Rich homicide? Right? What's going on? Was General Flynn framed? Why is NBC producing rape porn about Millie Weaver and other conservatives? And why is the media covering that up? This is all connected. Let's talk for a minute. NBC Law and Order did a show depicting Millie Weaver. The show is called InfoWars. Millie Weaver is a blonde, young, I'm not going to say pretty because I don't objectify women. I respect women. But we'll just say Millie Weaver, appears on InfoWars, and people can look into that themselves. The show is called InfoWars, and a young blonde was raped viciously with a sign on Law and Order SVU. It was wish fulfillment, rape fantasies by NBC. I bet if you watched the mainstream media, you never heard about it, right? You never would have heard about that. What about the war on women? What about Me Too? NBC is saying, we want you to rape Trump supporters. And the media is saying, hey, I mean, we're not going to cover that. But God help it if Mike Cernovich, tweets a joke. Then, we really got to talk about that. So you can just see that right now in our culture and in our society, it's just universal evil. There's an unholy alliance between the dark forces in the media, the dark forces in the FBI, and the Clintons. And there's no denying it at this point. And our media is a joke. Watch what the media did. Yesterday, the media said you can't release the memo because it contains too much classified info. Today, they're going, nothing burger. Well, what is it, bro? You can't have it both ways. Meanwhile, yesterday, I had said, compare me to the fake news media. Yesterday, I had said, well, I don't think the memo is going to be as big as the IG report. Well, Mike Cernovich is issuing a retraction. Mike Cernovich was wrong. This memo was not meh. This memo is a blockbuster, which means the IG, the Inspector General's report, is going to be nuclear. So Mike Cernovich is correcting the record. I'd heard the memo wasn't, that big of a deal and don't get your hopes up. And people were saying set expectations, it's not going to be a huge thing. And then I wake up today and I'm, vomiting, dry heaving, just knowing, General Flynn was framed. How can you as a decent human being not feel sick to your stomach for what they did to General Flynn, a decorated war hero? Bankrupted him, tried to destroy his family, threatened to throw his son into prison on trumped up charges. How can you as a human being not feel sick to your stomach when you think about how General Flynn was framed? That's just me being a human. So if people want to go, oh, Cernovich, felt sick. You're right. You caught me. I care about humanity. I care about people. I care about war heroes being framed for crimes. You got me. Laugh all you want. Ha, ha, ha. Let's all laugh at Cernovich because he's compassionate and has human decency and cares about people and cares about humanity and cares about the rule of law. Go ahead. Laugh away. You're so clever. So we now know General Flynn was framed. There's no other way to put it. We need an investigation into Mueller. We need an investigation into Comey. Rosenstein's got to go, obviously. Jeff Sessions has to go. This do-nothing, sleepyhead, all he cares about is wacky tobacco sentence. They all got to go. We need another investigation into the email server. Why is UMA free? Why is Anthony Weiner not being charged with possessing classified information? Why is Hillary's IT guy never prosecuted, right? We got to have a whole investigation of that. So let's just read the memo. And here's Comey. Comey goes, that's it? Question mark. Here, let's pull it up here. So let's go ahead and just look at and summarize the media, the memo, and how bad it is. So McCabe had said that without the Steele dossier, there would be no investigation, okay? That's what he said. Without the dossier, there would be no FISA warrant. Well, we now learn in an official warrant application sworn to under oath, fact-checked by multiple people within the FBI, we now know that the dossier was a fabrication of fraud. But what they did, which was extra doubly shady, Katie Tur deleted a tweet, fake tweet. Let's fact check Katie Tur, fake news. Hotshot NBC reporter. Hey, Katie Tur, by the way, why is it that you haven't talked about NBC depicting Trump women being raped and having rape fantasies about that? With what do you call it, a signpost or whatever? Hey, Katie Tur, you work for NBC. Why don't you talk about that? Why don't you talk about that war on women? Oh, but it's okay if it's a Trump supporter. It's okay if it's a Trump supporter. Then it's okay. I've told you. People said I was going too far. I've told you that if the media had its way, your family would be raped, your children would be kidnapped. People go, that's outrageous. Well, NBC, they just did a special, InfoWars, depicting Millie Weaver being raped. No media outcry. No media saying, well, that's kind of not cool. Me Too moment. So here's a tweet, Katie Turley. By the way, Ryan Savetta, great account. Everybody should follow Ryan here. Does really good work. Hispanic kid. I didn't know he's Hispanic. I don't really care. But Ryan, everybody should follow at our Real. What's up with all you guys putting real in here? Come on. I like Ryan's thing, but come on. There aren't people impersonating you, bro. So it's at RealSaavedra. That's at RealSaavedra. So he's always good stuff. He's one of my like top 10 followers because he does a good job of curating info everywhere else. So he does good job, good job, from everywhere else. I know people go, audio's out. Guys, I know this is all being, the audio's fine on my end. So Katie Tur had said, another reminder, Steele dossier was first paid for by a conservative outlet, Washington Free Beacon. So that's not true, Katie. So that's why she deleted her tweet. So, hey, Julius. So that's why she deleted her tweet, because it's actually not true. It's actually not true at all. So follow Real, because, there are a lot of people impersonating you, Ryan. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Banter. So follow RealSaavedra. It's one of my 10, I go to the front page of his Twitter account first thing when I wake up. He and a couple other people. First thing I want to do is find out what's Ryan leaking to. So as you can see, it's just really great stuff all the time. You should follow his stuff. Now, so as you can see, Katie Tur, fake news, got caught in fake news. Fake Katie. And then, of course, Katie Tur is running defense. So Katie has spread fake news, had to delete a tweet because it was fake. And now she goes, reminder, IC concluded Russia meddled in our election. So I asked some, reasonable questions. Who's the IC? Comey? Hey, get over here. What are you doing? What are you doing? So who is the intelligence community? Oh, the same people who falsified evidence in a search warrant application under oath have said that Russia hacked it. Sorry, there's no more credibility, Katie. So is Katie a journalist, or is she just a DNC spokeswoman, right? It's a fake news media feeding frenzy today. So I'm going to summarize what's really important about the media. Oh, by the way, Sobrob, this guy's a never Trumper. So I retweeted this earlier. This guy hates my guts and hates Trump. Never Trumper. So let's look at what a never Trumper is saying about this memo. This guy, by the way, he hates my guts. He's tweeted so much shade my way. Just jealousy. Everybody's jealous of me. But he said, talking about the memo, this is a never Trumper. So don't take my word for it. Let's listen to a never Trumper. This is devastating. Unless there is really something to these material omissions of fact, and it has to be really strong counterweight evidence, this vindicates the vision of a politicized bureaucracy out to St. Trump and his associates. Do you want to say hi to the people real quick? Can she say hi to the people? Let's see if she wants. Syra might say hi. This is, by the way, do you want to say hi to the people? She's tired. Are you tired? Are you ready for a nap? Oh! You want mama? Or do you want a mama? Okay. Okay. Cyrus says hi, but she wants, okay, you can have your mama. Cyrus, she's going through a mama phase. She was in a data phase for a while, and now she's in a mama phase. Just can't compete. You want to say hi? You want to come on camera? No, it's okay. So again, by the way, I don't want to go to the dentist today.
You can't do that.
I'm busy. I can do whatever I want to do.
No.
I can. But you can go.
No, it's for you.
No, I'll reschedule. It's noon. I can't leave today. I got to work all day.
It's 2 p.m. appointment. It's a quickie. Babe, you can't do that.
So this is a never Trumper. This is devastating. The memo vindicates the vision of a politicized bureaucracy out to sink Trump and his associates. Again, don't take my word for it. This guy hates Trump, hates me. This is not a friend of Trump. This is not a friend of Cernovich. This is a guy. He even says, to be clear, none of this discredits the Mueller probe. So here's what happened, old Sopran. He got a little too real, and then he got ratioed. So he actually said something true, and then his own people are like, whoa, what do you mean? Are you saying you're a Trump person? So he has to go, whoa. Let me remind you, I hate Trump. Sorry, I spoke a little truth. So he got a little too real. He kept it a little too real. Spoke a little truth. So he's like, well, none of this, discredits the probe, gotta, because you gotta stay respectable. And if you tell the truth, you're never going to be part of respectable mainstream media.